So today in the booth, we got Vault Rob with us.
What's cracking with the gang, you hear me? Hey, I'm on the other side of the camera today, so we gonna see how this shit goes, I guess.
What you doing over there, man?
I don't know, bro. I don't know how the fuck y'all got me over here, but we gonna figure it out today, you know what I'm saying?
It's long overdue, man.
Shit
you know
like that, you know what I'm saying?
People definitely gonna be excited to get to know the man behind the camera a little bit.
Shit like that, bro. GLD.
Well, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Vault Rob, this should be a pretty easy conversation for me and you. You know, I know you pretty well, man. But for the folks, we're gonna, talk about some of the things that they may not know.
G.O.
To start, why don't you just let the folks know who you are, man? You know what I'm saying? What you do, how long you been doing it, you know? Get the little spiel.
You know me, Vault Rob, obviously, because you're watching Vault interviews. So, I've been doing this shit for probably like a year and a half now. Like, really touching the camera. I ain't do none of this shit before this, bro. I ain't know nothing else. Like, I ain't know nothing about no camera before, like, a year and a half ago. So, when I started doing this shit, it was just different. Like, I don't know. Shout out my nigga Score, because that was a real play. I just started going on shoots and shit, and it was just up from there, you feel me? Niggas figured out how to do some shit and got creative. I don't know. It was really a really different experience, because I was really doing clothes, so, like, from going to clothes to touching the camera and doing videos and shit, it was just like night and day, you know what I'm saying? Editing and like that shit was wild to me, for real, for real. I didn't even know I could do that shit until I started doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is dope, bro. And people are really fucking with it. And I'm like, damn, that's tight. Like, for me to really like start from scratch, I feel like I got a cheat code to this shit, for real, for real. Like, the biggest jump in the whole entire world. Especially that I work at the studio. Like, how the fuck can I not go up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy to me, for real, for real.
Yeah, man, I don't think it's no cheat code though, bro. You just, you applied pressure for real.
Hard.
Yeah.
I'm definitely working, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you talking about doing clothes before getting into video, so what did, when you first came to City Sound 1, right? You know, almost 2 years ago or whatever the fuck it was, you were already doing that stuff, right? So what did that look like? What is Rob before picking up the camera look like? We know what kind of things were you into? What was going on? You know, just a little insight into what life before all this, kind of more of this hard push behind it. You know what I mean? What did that look like? What was going on?
I was working a bitch ass 9 to 5. Nah, it was cool though, cause I was working hella jobs I worked a million jobs, so that was like always the thing. And then I started working at this place called Artisan. It was a weed spot, so we were just like making joints and pre-rolls and all type of extra shit. And I was just sitting there like, bruh, niggas ain't trying to work no more, especially not for nobody else. I'm about to figure something else out. And then one day, this dude came through, shout out Living the Trees, but he came through with a care package like for the whole office, like everybody in there, you feel me? Like Buddy Bless, whole like t-shirts, stickers, and all type of extra crazy shit, you feel me? Like, I'm like, that's tight, bruh. I could do some shit like that for show, you feel me? Like, that's a real hit, and his shit was hard. I still got shirts from the nigga to today. Like, I went out my way to buy shit because he did that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that shit was tight, bro. So, I'm like, damn, I can... And he was putting me on game and shit. Like, you can get a heat press for this much, and, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, for sure, I can run that, you know what I'm saying? Spent a little paycheck on the heat press and everything I needed. It was up after that. Oh, God. Dude just started running Vault. I was doing that shit, in the living room on my nephew Paw Patrol little kitty table and shit. So had the heat press, like it was a whole setup. Heat press, printer, you know what I'm saying? All my vinyl, t-shirts, everything was just right there in the living room, bro. Really thugging.
So was there something you feel like inside of you at that time that was already like aware of what it could be, you know what I mean, and what you're stepping at? Because there's like a level of entrepreneurship with that, right? If you just go cop a heat press machine, not everybody that is, you know, going through it or trying to figure it out, or, you know what I mean, whatever you want to consider yourself in that part of your life, but not everybody turns to that. A lot of people will just go to a stable paycheck or go to something that's, you know, something more straightforward that has immediate return of value, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, was there something in there that you think that knew that it was going to grow, or was it more just like a kind of a shot in the dark, or did you see somebody else? You know, I know that you just kind of spoke to, you know, bro really making that happen, but people see shit happen all the time. So what was it that made you really see that and really be like, okay, we're going to make it crack?
It was really a shot in the dark, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, I did it, and I'm like, this could do something for sure. You feel me? Like, I could do something with it. Like, I'm going to go hit the streets like I did. You know what I'm saying? Bless the city and do whatever I can at the time. You know what I'm saying?
So no real expectation.
No, not really. Like
Okay.
even like I don't know, bro. I just started this shit and it was just like I guess it could do something, but I wasn't even really thinking about it like that. I was just thinking like it would be dope to have my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
So now, can you see it going to the moon
to
or
the
what?
moon, brother. For sure, for sure. Like
Okay.
I could see this motherfucker doing numbers for sure. Like I want it to be on like not on some real like fashion shit, but on some real like staple of the community, Supreme, Babe. Like I want it to be like a label. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I really want people to know the vault. Like
Yeah.
that type of shit. Because from where it all started, bro, that shit wasn't nothing compared to what it is now. I'm like, damn, that's crazy to really think about. Like
That's just fire, bro.
people are really pressing me for shit. I'm like, damn, that's hard. I really gotta go crazy.
Well, look, I missed a couple of the main vault questions because I kind of really wanted to at least give the people some of the real juicy, you know, what they
Yeah.
wanted to know right at the beginning. But you know, if you watch the other vault interviews, you know what I mean.
It's a little different.
They usually start a little bit like, so you know what I mean. How old are you? Where are you from? How was your childhood?
Shit
growing
like
up?
that.
You know what I mean. So if you could just speak on that a little bit, bro, because you know,
Okay.
even for myself, I don't know too much about that. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So you know, it's just something for the viewers and for me here sitting as the interviewer. You know what I mean? So.
Facts.
Yeah, dude. What was that looking like? Give me the first couple years of life, and you know, it obviously doesn't got to be too in depth, but you know, what did that look like?
Shit. So I was born in Tacoma, Washington. I moved out to Sac when I was like 8, but when we were out in Washington, it was like, you feel me? My OG did what she could for sure, but it definitely wasn't the greatest experience for a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas was in the trap and like we had boards on the windows, waters wasn't running and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? She always make sure that niggas was eating. Like,
Yeah.
And when times were good, times were great. You feel me? Like
Right.
niggas had shit cracking. It was a bike or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good. So, but Washington was cool, bro. Like it was definitely a different experience from California. My granny was out there for a little bit and shit like that. Like, so I got to really spend more time at her house and shit, and that's where it was really like it was better because my grandma had some shit like going. You know what I'm saying? Like she had cable and you know what I'm saying I could sleep on the bed and all this extra nice ass shit. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it was good. So it was like really a real movement. Like she had the good food spot down the street from her house. Like niggas would go to the park right down the street. Like it was good at my granny house. And then she moved out here to Sac, and then we was just posted out there for hella long. Like, you know, thugging and shit like that or whatever. Like Tacoma's really not a good environment for a kid to grow up in, especially like Hilltop area, because that shit is so like grimy and like it's the worst, bro. Half the shit don't even work over there. You feel me? Like it was.
So, is there, just to get a little bit in depth, is there, you know, experiencing that what's it called, hilltop?
Yeah, Hilltop.
So experiencing Hilltop versus coming to Sacramento and experiencing what Sacramento had to offer as, I just need the tripod, my bad.
No, you're good.
I'm not used to sitting here, brother. It's your spot. But, you know, compared to what Sacramento had to offer, whether it was like, you know, the downtown areas, the suburbs, the hood areas as well, you know what I'm saying, all different things. I mean, is the experience similar when you go from somewhere like that to somewhere like Sacramento?
Fake way, you know, because everywhere has a hood and shit like that. So we just so happened to be in the hood in Washington. Like Tacoma is basically like all hood at that point, you know what I'm saying? But there's definitely some burbs everywhere, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, but niggas wasn't over there. So when we came to Sac, like, it was cool because we was fake way, like, we was good for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was in some good, decent areas for a little bit, and the niggas had to move around, and it wasn't so good where we was at then. And that's where that type of shit happens. But we was definitely chilling. Like, we only reason we moved out here is because my grandma was out here, and she started getting sick and shit. So we had to make sure, like, she was straight, you know what I'm saying? But she was good for a while, probably like 10, 12 years, you know what I'm saying? And after a while, she ended up, all the medical issues and all the extra shit, and I'm catching up with her and shit like that. So, but we just been out here posted ever since. You feel me? Like niggas just been Sacramento. That's all I know at this point, bro.
Yeah, man. We are the
GLD.
culture.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I like to go back to Washington and shit like that to see what it's like. You feel me? See my childhood and shit. Well, not really, because that's not even really like, I don't remember that shit too
But
much.
0 to 8, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
It was there enough to be able to go back and
Yeah.
you still got family back there?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you
Yeah.
still got ties there, still roots
Like a
there?
motherfucker. On God.
Yeah.
It's not like, because all I really like remember is Sacramento. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like 8 years old was like a real change in life. You feel me? So it was like niggas didn't get to really remember all the good shit that happened back then. So
Right.
it was like, this is trauma right here. This is what I remember. Like, this is the spark of it for real.
Yeah.
On GL. But I definitely got family back out in Washington. Like, they still out there thugging and shit. My aunts, Tias, because they're hella Mexican or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro.
GL. It's tight, though. I like it.
What about, high school, ensuing those times, that era, after that, prior to getting the heat press on the,
yeah.
on the what table? What kind
On
of
a
table?
little Paw Patrol kitty
Yeah,
table
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
So prior to that,
Shout out Paulo.
again, just kind of shed a little bit of light on,
Yeah.
what does that time in your life look like as far as just, what you're doing and what's going on?
Shit, I was a troubled kid, as they like to say. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I was just on hoodlum shit, fucking around.
Yeah.
But that's a product in the environment at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is just outside, so that's all I see. So
Yeah.
I was out there bullshitting too, selling weed, doing this, that, and that, they're getting kicked out. I went to like 5 different high schools.
Yeah.
Kennedy, McClatchy for 5 seconds, you feel me? Legion was a real, like I was at Legion for hella long, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did independent study and then went to Eleanor Hickey, the shit in the north. And then I 6 different whoopies actually, because I ended up going to the Boys and Girls Club. They had this little culinary program down there. So I got it cracking in there. I'm like, all right, for sure. That's where I graduated from. But I ain't really start going to school until like my senior year. Like, I shouldn't even have graduated for real. Niggas got lucky. Like,
Yeah.
freshman through like junior, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, it wasn't even a thought in my head. Nothing was good. You feel me? So it was like really
Real day to day.
that type of shit.
Yeah.
Really figuring it out, bro.
Yeah.
And I got lucky and really found some plug shit. So niggas was just making money, doing all type of extra dumbass shit I shouldn't have been doing or whatever. You feel me? So it was like I really didn't give a fuck about going to school. You know what I'm saying? My niggas had money in their pocket. OG was cool, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really...
Most people in their life that I've talked to experience like some point, you know what I'm saying? But at least that I've talked to, most people have experienced at some point in their life where it's like a real day-to-day thing where you're not really looking at the long term, and I think some people experience it younger than others.
That shit was hella dumb, bro. I'm sitting here like, damn, I wish I would have figured that shit out earlier.
But mandatory to your experience,
For
you know
sure.
what I mean?
That's
to
what
your,
made me
to your
me. That's what
journey,
made me me.
right? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So super cool, man. Okay, so dope. So boom, then we got the Paw Patrol story. We got you pick up the camera. So let's talk about that a little bit, bro. So you pick up that Sony A6000 in what fucking September of last year or whenever. December. But was that for interviews?
No.
You started interviews before that though, right?
Nah, I think I started...
You was doing interviews before.
Yeah, I think, yeah, for sure. So it was, September.
I think it was
shit.
like September.
Oh, God damn, and I didn't even pick up the camera for the videos until December. That's sick.
Yeah, you were already running the interview, so that's
wow.
Yeah, so because actually it might have been earlier. I think my shit might have been like July.
Oh God, yeah, it was damn near summertime for real.
Yeah, so going from picking up the camera, which was already, I can't speak on it. Time feels like it moves so fast and it's hard to talk about it. So let's see if you can. I'd like to pick your brain a little bit, but getting into the interviews, getting into we talk about it all the time, that community role, as opposed to just going and doing what's best for you or what could go get you immediate return.
Right.
What is it that drew you to that or made you want to do that at that time? If you could try to think about it, I know it's deep because even when I try to think about it, I'm like, bro, I couldn't even remember really what our conversation looks like about like when we start the interview.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I know I didn't come up with the name, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's, it was obviously something that was going on in your head.
It's really like cause I watch a lot of that shit for entertainment. You feel me? Like I watch interviews and podcasts and all that extra shit. So I think that shit is dope that people actually give rappers and artists a light to sit down and talk, not just they music. You feel me? Like you can actually sit down and have a conversation with somebody about what your life is like. And I think getting insight on that type of shit makes you like more of a fan at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like you can really understand where the nigga coming from. Because you can understand where he coming from the music, like if he really doing that shit or if he did that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's real. But if you can like watch that shit, sit down and watch the nigga for like 30 minutes and see if he's really talking some shit or not, then you'll understand. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that way.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier to understand somebody through a conversation or through their shit more than the music. So I think it's dope to give somebody a light
Well, you don't have to worry about rhyming
that way.
to start.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot easier to converse with.
G.O.
I mean, maybe to some people it comes easier.
For sure.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you would think that naturally just talking would be an easier way to express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But super crazy. Okay, so dope, bro. Something that I don't know. You know, we haven't talked about this for a while because I think it was something again that came naturally. But you know, just try to kind of hone in on those emotions and the reasoning to why. But you know, a big thing in the Sacramento community, especially when it comes to interviews that are being shot in 4K with good audio and being put out there. A lot of those people are charging.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of these people are it's a business model, which, you know, I understand because there's time and there's value and
yeah, most definitely.
you know, the equipment and, you know, the engineer that mixes it and the video man that edits it and you know, but what is it that makes you not want to charge for it? Because I've been right there with you when someone's DM'd you and been like, how much for an interview? You know what I mean? And you tell them just go do the free Google application.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So what is it that you know, why don't you charge? What is that?
You ever heard of City Sound? Yeah, there's this place called City Sound, bruh. It's pretty dope. They got this it's real community vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like they really figured that shit out. So I think I think it'd be better to do the platform for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think charging people for everything is a good idea. Like, cause that community building shit is real life.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Somebody would want to do this free interview and then pay me for a video.
Yeah. So what is it then if you could speak to, right? Because then if it's open forum, anybody could be in here, right? Because essentially that's what it sounds like. What is it when you look at these Google applications, right? Because basically it's just like a questionnaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going through these, or even if someone shoots you DM, right, and you go look at their Instagram page, right? What is it that you're looking for that makes it an investment of time, you know, worthwhile?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that, you know, I'm not going to take shots and say any other names of other platforms, but I know for you, it's not a clout thing.
Yeah.
It's not going there and seeing, oh, does he have 30,000 followers? Does he have EXO? So what is it that you're looking for in an artist or a brand or somebody that would be wanting to be highlighted? You know, whether that be, you know, what their page looks like, how they represent, you know, whatever. Yeah. What are those? What is that criteria?
Consistency.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just as long as you really doing your shit, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to say something, pull up. That's all you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really, the criteria ain't heavy. Like, you ain't got to do a whole essay for me, brother.
Right.
That shit is just, as long as you're consistent with your shit, it's good, bro. Like, I just love to see people do their shit. Like, and if I could really see you really going crazy with that motherfucker, pull up, bro. I'll hit you up. I'm definitely not, like, above and beyond DMing niggas to pull up for an interview or anything. Like, my DMs still go crazy, bro. Like,
do you get a lot of inquiries?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I love it, though, bro, because when we first started, it wasn't even, like, people seen it, you feel me? Like, they were just watching, but now they really, like, tapped in. Oh, you the Vault interview nigga. I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure. That's me, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm with you, bro.
Oh, God.
I've had experiences with the same thing, with people coming in and knowing who you are just by, like, what the room looks like. And she's like, oh, this is where the Vault interviews happen.
And I love that shit.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Now we're in a new room, you know, rest in peace City Sound 1, but they'll do the same thing to this room. This is what, the, like, 8th or 9th, or no, maybe not. Yeah, it's gotta be.
I think this is like the 6th one.
Yeah, the 6th one in this room. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
number 6 for sure.
But yeah, bro, very dope. Okay, so boom, so you get into interviews. You know, what I mean, you kind of shed light on a little bit of the community stuff. You know, that's in whatever July of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the conversion into music videos happen? How does that even become a thing? You know what I'm saying? And what is it about that draws you to it? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. I don't want to say it's super niche anymore. Plenty of people do it.
Yeah.
But to do it consistently, just kind of what you talked about, you know, I've been around you long enough, you know, you really do it, bro. It's like this is something that in a span of time, you're going to keep developing your skills and keep sharpening those blades and fucking keep figuring your shit out. So I can already see it happening. But what is it, you know, that happened in December or whatever of last year after operating the interviews, after doing the other shit? You know, what was that transition like?
Shit, I'm really not even too sure for real, bro. Like, I was just going with you to shoots and shit like that. I'm like, this is dope. And, like, really seeing, like, you, bro. How about that? Yeah. Seeing you network and shit like that, like, the communication skills and shit like that, I'm like, bro, this is fire. Like, niggas can really, like, do some shit. How the fuck can I do that? You know what I'm saying? Not even I know like, oh, I'm about to bite, but like this is just tight. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Yeah.
I've never been on the other side of the camera for a music video. You know what I'm saying? Like every time somebody...
Have you been on the other side?
For sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
God.
need some links.
Bruh, for sure. Yeah, but that's why I'm like, I've never just talked to the cameraman, you know what I'm saying? I've never been there for the setup or takedown or any of that shit. Like, I've never been interested in the camera. I've never any of that. So when I had the opportunity to really hop on that shit, I'm like, okay, for sure, I can run with it. And if I'm good with it, then let's see what this is about, you know what I'm saying? And I just so happen to be decent enough.
Well, shit, man, you know what they like to ask, right? You get bookings?
I mean, I be booked.
All right, then.
Pretty booked,
That's
bro.
the
But you
people
can
like
definitely DM me and book some more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to it. I'm ready to work whenever, all the time. That type of shit, for sure. Hit me.
All right, so I know we've been kind of bouncing around. You got to forgive me because I'm
That's all
not
good,
the
bro. We
interviewer.
here.
You know what I mean? I'm
We
not
here.
usually in your seat.
We here.
You know, when we rewind back to it's something that we don't even talk about often. It's something that I don't want to say is taking a back burner, but it's something that I think the focus has been slightly shifted away from, even though it's still being offered. And I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. But that Paw Patrol table was the beginning of Vault merchandise, if I'm not mistaken.
Facts.
And you know, everybody knows what Vault exclusive news is.
Right.
But you know, if you just could shed a little bit of light on what Vault merchandise is, kind of what you guys do at Vault merchandise, because I think that kind of is the root of everything.
Right.
And kind of what you spoke to earlier. You
Facts.
know? So
that is the beginning. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? For sure. Vault merch is everything that you need for merchandise or for a small business, anything. You know what I'm saying? From hats, pins, stickers, shirts, we'll customize your shoes, any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like flyers, all of the shit. So, and we just so happen to make our own brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's right.
we trying to build brands and build our own at the same time. That's all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Really build a community and that
That's
shit.
the movement, bro.
God.
Love to hear it,
I
man.
think that shit's dope when people really, because like I started seeing somebody else shit. Like that's how I started everything, seeing somebody else do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think more people should do that shit so more people can get inspired. Like I know everybody doesn't have the like same mindset as, you know, other people, but you could definitely see some shit and get inspired. Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck. If you cut hair, you do nails, whatever the fuck, you see somebody else do that shit, you might want to do it too. Figure it out. You might be good at it. You don't know. Oh God.
Bro.
You'll never know till you try. You feel me? That's how I be thinking about shit. Like, Cause I done tried 1,000,001 things. Definitely not good at shit, but I just so happen to pick up a couple things I'm good at.
Yeah.
Or good enough for now. You know what I'm saying? Until I master the craft.
Yeah.
10,000 hours and shit like that.
Come on, man. But who's counting?
I don't get okay. I lost count a long time ago.
Hey, any funny moments from interviews or you know, could open it up I guess to music video shoots as well. Just anything you could think of. Any real character defining moments or fucking any war stories maybe. Oh, actually, shit, I could even think of one. How about when you lost all those interviews?
Oh, bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, when we had first started this, it was a very big struggle. Like we had, I don't know how many interviews we had lined up on that shit though. Like it was a good chunk. We had to reshoot like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking 2 months worth of content and shit. So we had to reshoot that shit. Shout out that fucking hard drive. You know what I'm saying? Crashed or whatever. Fuck, bro, that shit was heavy.
So now that we got your brain working, anything else down that lane that you could think of that was, you know, what you got, man?
That's hurt, bro. You know, like when this motherfucker overheat, camera love to overheat, shit like that. Or it was one time I was in this motherfucker shooting interview. The memory card had no space, both of them. I was blitzed, like I don't know what I was gonna do. Unloading footage for 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, bruh, I feel like a whole dickhead because I just told you pull up at 5 and you're here at 5 and you gotta wait till 5:45 to shoot your interview. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do that shit anymore, bro. That memory shit is real, bro. Like niggas gotta unload their footage. So if any cameraman, unload your footage as soon as you get that shit, bro, because that shit is real life, bro. and you fuck around and delete it and be mad. I done deleted some shit too, some music videos, all type of shit, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Cause I thought, yeah, that shit is. I didn't know how real that shit was, bro. I'm like, nah, that shit should be easy. I should just be able
management,
to, bro.
nuts.
Should be able to own. Nah, hell nah, cause you just did that. Now you got 1,000,001 other things to do. So.
And now look how far you came, bro. Just the other day, I came fucking running to you talking about, bro, I can't find this footage.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I put the backup on the cloud.
Gio.
So not only are you backing it up, but you're backing it up on a fucking cloud. You know what I mean? On a virtual space. So.
That's them lessons.
Yeah, bro. Leaps and bounds.
Deleting shit is not bueno, bro. That shit is not.
You can clear cards, but it got to be backed up.
Bruh, that shit is tragic. I didn't had to reshoot a couple videos and interviews because I didn't deleted the motherfuckers on accident though. Like, or some shit that happened and the hard drive then blitzed and I'm like, oh my goodness, bro, this is what we're doing today. But that's how that shit go. Life of a fucking cameraman, bro.
Oh, this is a really good question for you, bro. Do you know
The Muffin Man?
Angelo?
Oh, Angelo Badalamenti.
Badalamenti!
Yeah, Angelo Badalamenti. Hey, shout out Angelo Badalamenti. You feel me? If y'all know who that is, look him up. You know what I'm saying? Real boy. Angelo, man, I'm just trying to. Yeah, we can get past that. Angelo Badalamenti, look him up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, look, man. Next question, man. Shout out the gang.
Shout out gang, bro.
You know what's next, bro? You know what is coming for you know, for Vault Rob, for Vault exclusive news, for Vault merchandise. You know what I'm saying? It's
some real exclusive shit.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear some short term and some long term.
Okay.
I want to hear what you got going on, man.
Short term, we got some new merch about to drop, Vault merch. You know what I'm saying? We about to have some new, couple new logos, a couple new designs, shit like that. Hoodies, because it's cold outside, sweater weather, sweatpants. Thinking about doing some socks. I just gotta find the right plug on the sock game. But Vault merch about to have a bunch of new shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? Vault merch is about to do numbers. That's what's going on. And it's short term. But for long term, I need that shit to be in stores somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn near thinking about Vault store in the long run. I was just downtown the other day shooting, and I seen that they got in Old Sac, they have a Vault store. And I'm like, damn, you niggas is blades, bro. How'd you copy me? But nah, it's okay though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just wants to be the Vault or whatever. All of a sudden, it's regular.
Yeah.
That's how we coming. Shout out all the Vaults out there though.
But
a
store though, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I want to do some shit.
I like that. That sounds fire.
I want to do some shit.
I love that shit. That's just fire.
I think it's gonna be different though, cause it's not gonna be really just clothes. Like I really want it to be like a whole. You know what I'm saying? Fake way little compound inside the store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas can get creative in that bitch. Like you can make your own clothes in there if you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really want it to be that type of shit.
That sounds fire, bro.
Yeah.
What about for exclusive news, short term and long term?
You already know how that shit gonna go, bro. Niggas gonna keep doing videos, interviews. Eventually, I'm trying to get on No Jumper so he can blow me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So he can shout out my interviews, cause I'm shouting out yours, Adam22. You know what I'm saying? Vlad too, all of them. Anybody who see me and do interviews, bro, let's run it up. I'm honestly really trying to get on all the platforms so I can talk about anything. So if anybody in Sacramento got some shit cracking, they want to talk to me, let me know, bro. But you already know, Vault exclusive news about to keep going with the videos, with the funny shit like that. Keep posting the fights. I'm about to get my Instagram back together. I need to stop bullshitting. You know, I just got 1,000,001 things going on. So, you know, interviews, music videos, my fucking run up a bag whenever I can, shit like that.
That's right.
Just trying to keep it consistent, that's all. Oh yeah, shout out Connor Helm, bro. We about to keep it consistent too. I know y'all like that little BTS we did. That shit was fire for sure. Oh yeah, I'm trying to do more BTS. So if anybody wants BTS, book me for BTS, because that shit's fun. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that.
Let me,
do your shit. It's been 30 minutes. I've been talking. Yeah, that shit, you know what I'm saying? 30 minutes, bro. Y'all know what happens. Shit, that's a little Vault logo in the middle of that motherfucker.
What happens every 30 minutes?
It cuts off, bro. Ask Sony the problem. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make that motherfucker. But yeah, Vault's just about to go up, bro. And right along with the sound, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gang, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd still be at the casa making shirts off of something. I don't know, because we threw that fucking Paw Patrol table away a long time ago. That shit was blitz. I probably melted it for real.
Hey, you know we gotta bring this up just because it's real important. I think it's a vital part of it. But you know, who is Yellow Crocs?
Oh yeah.
You know, what does Gang? You know, what's her affiliation? You know, I know it runs way deeper than just the company. So,
Yeah.
You know.
She's the manager of Vault Merch, you know what I'm saying? That's my lady though, you know, so that's my other half, significant other and shit like that. We've been rocking for like 9 years, November, I think.
I hope you're right. She gonna be on you if you're not.
Yeah, something like that. November 15th, bro, 9 years. I'm saying it.
Yeah,
you know
now you doubling down. I like that. Now with
G.O.D.
confidence and more
I'm
conviction.
saying it, you know what I'm saying? November 15th, 9 years. You hear me? Shit like that. But yeah, that's my lady, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out her. You already know. If you see me, you see her. That type of shit. Only thing you want to see me and see her at the same time is the music videos, because I'm not taking her out there to go fuck around with all that extra shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? The music videos be different.
Yeah.
But she done definitely slid to a couple of them. She be fucking around with the shit, but she's Vault Merch heavy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you getting orders and shit, she's making them motherfuckers most of the time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like she's going crazy. She figured that shit out.
Yeah.
Oh God, cause that cricket game was different on GL. She really figured all of that shit out. She really upgraded Vault Merch to a whole new level. You feel me? For sure. I'm just the founder. That's it. Like, I'll just be there sometimes.
Team shit. Team shit.
God, I help. You know, I press. You know what I'm saying? But she getting in there, really getting busy on that motherfucker for sure. So shout out her. That's my lady though. Love you, lady. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Gang shit.
God.
You know, there's we've had enough conversations on the side personally. That I know that you've come ways from where you were, where you could have seen yourself, or you know, everything that you've expressed to me. You know what I mean? And you know, if you could give a message to people that are out there that maybe can't see a light.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, maybe to a younger version of yourself. You know what I mean? What does that message sound like? You know what I mean? What do you think those people need to hear?
Slow down. For real. Because living fast is not the way to do it, bruh. Like, niggas can really just figure it out and, like, I don't know. Because there's a lot of things I tell my young self, but there's just so much shit I know I wouldn't listen to. So it's like,
Right.
You feel me? There's not... I preach, but I can only preach so hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that shit gets deep, because a lot of people are damn near built not to listen at this point, so, but it's just slow down, you feel me? Like, just do your shit. Whatever you're good at, do it, bro. Don't try to be like the next nigga or, like, any of that extra shit, because the next nigga might just try to be like you, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, just be yourself.
Yep.
Feel me? It's the easiest way ever. Like, if you do a million things, like I said, do all of them shits, because you might be good at one. You know what I'm saying? And that one might just really run it up. You feel me? Like,
Yep.
You really might just do numbers off of that shit. You don't never know, because you never tried. Play the saxophone. Motherfucking shoot a basketball. You know what I'm saying? Something. Paint. Do something, bruh. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do anything. Pick up something, bruh. Because that's the easiest way. Feel me? Because a lot of people are stuck in the ways they know, and that shit's really not the best way. But I don't know. I'm not really nobody to tell nobody to do they shit. You feel me? I'm fucked up too, so
Yeah.
just stay focused for real. Whatever you like to do that shit, cause that's the best thing going, honestly. Like,
100.
for sure. Cause I can't think of nothing else I'd want to be doing besides this. Like, This is really it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I picture me. I don't be being 50 years old still shooting videos, but you know what I'm saying? I definitely still like picture being around that shit. You know, maybe I might just shoot a movie at 50. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, man. You might have 5 cameramen on you.
G.O.D. You know what I'm saying? I might just have a whole motherfucking program.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, if you could speak to the viewers of the interviews, because there's a few people that I've talked to.
They've been running
For
up
sure.
lately too.
There's people that I've talked to, bro, that really. There's two viewers, right, that come to your interviews, right? There's people that are coming for the artists,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I'm sure, a big part of, what happens with these pages, because that's what I think any smart artist would do with that content, is they would
Facts.
promote it to the people so that it can be consumed. But I've literally talked to people who are coming to that brand, to that page, to come fucking support Vault Rob and what Vault exclusive.
Yo, that's real love. You hear me? I appreciate that shit all the time.
Shout out Loki Penny. I'll say his name on
Gang.
camera. You know what I'm saying?
You hear
That was
me?
one of them dudes where it was like, when they were gone, he's like, "What the fuck going on with Vault interviews?" You know
Oh,
what I'm
God.
saying? So, real team shit. But just to holler at, the folks real quick, bro. This is the opportunity, man. This is the Vault exclusive news
Mhm.
interview. You know what I'm saying?
Interview.
Yeah, so
Sheesh.
it's like this is if the people were here, I tried to fill in and try to ask all the questions that they'd want to ask, but
Mhm.
now this is your moment to kind of talk to the folks, bro. You can address the people.
Hey, bro, first of all, shout out to people. You know what I'm saying? I know we done took a break on this motherfucker a little bit. We was getting shit together, figuring it out, but y'all was really consistent. And because as soon as we jumped back in this motherfucker, it was up. You hear me? Like it never left. And I appreciate that like a motherfucker, because this was just in my head. You feel me? Like I didn't even think this was going to do nothing. Honestly, sometimes I still don't be thinking this shit about to do nothing, but it's just good to have. Like, I feel like it's really dope for people to see this shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially people who watch it like you. You know what I'm saying? That's real love. I appreciate that like a motherfucker. And pretty soon, I'm thinking about doing some like live interview shit. You know what I'm saying? Get some audience there or something. Get the viewers there. If you want to fuck around with that shit, let me know. Drop some comments or something. You know what I'm saying? Let me know something, bruh. Because I think that should be tight. Like, really let the viewers see that shit in person. 'Cause that's a different lookout too. You know what I'm saying? If you get to run into the nigga in real life.
It's like a talk show.
COD.
That's fire.
You really never know who you going like. That experience with somebody might just do it. Feel me? Somebody get to run into you. Somebody get to run into Dame. Somebody, Jaimez, Big Mike, even. You know what I'm saying? Somebody even like Deuce Bigelow. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? Mash or anybody. Ryan from Exhale. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get to run into anybody. Bump shoulders with them type of people. That might just change some life. G Cruising. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gang. Like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who is really tapping in with the community and changing life like that, I feel like should be televised. G.O.D.
Facts.
God.
We got the power to do it.
And onto the highest platform, bro. Like, cause and I don't know, like, fuck the industry shit, but they definitely got some weird ass niggas out there who do not need to be in front of people's faces. But I'm not the nigga to say, take them away, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Yeah. I'm not mad.
But we're here.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure the right people have the right platforms and do the right shit. Cause I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Something about being righteous, dude.
It's tight.
It's tight.
You know what I'm saying?
Make
I think that's the
righteous
dopest
cool.
shit ever, for real.
Make righteous cool.
I'm about to make a shirt.
Make righteous trendy.
I'm about to make a shirt, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
That shit tight.
This has been the Vault exclusive news interview.
Hell yeah.
Vault
Interview.
exclusive news himself. Today in the booth we have.
You hear me? Vault robbing this motherfucker. Shout out to Gang. I appreciate y'all for tapping in because I already know y'all about to run this motherfucker up. Go crazy, do y'all shit.
You gotta run the second one back. This one was
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
but you're gonna have to run these back. Like,
For sure.
You know what I'm
This is
saying?
gonna be, it's damn near been it's been a year and shit already, huh?
Since you started dropping?
Yeah, for
Over
sure.
a year, I think,
yeah,
right?
for sure. We gonna run, gang, everybody, because we got like 30, 40 something like that motherfucker already, so it's cool. Yeah, we gonna run that motherfucker smooth back. We gonna have some new guests, old guests, yo guests, my guests. You know what I'm saying? Everybody guests. Who knows?
Shit, that's nice of you, but I want to see you back again.
Oh, you want me to come back?
I'm talking
bruh.
about the Vault interview.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll double back. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it a little bit.
You know, you told me something in the past where it was like, maybe you'd be on camera. Like
That's what I was thinking with the live shit.
Yeah, with the interviewee.
Yeah, that'd be tight. That
I
could
could
be
get
some
used to
shit.
seeing you on this little LCD screen.
I could fuck around with it, you know what I'm saying? The only thing is, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I be too comfortable, you feel me? So, I don't give a fuck, because I be having my toes out 24/7, you feel me? Niggas be having big toes gang. But, niggas do try
I'm
to blitz,
so glad
bro.
we're shooting 120.
Yeah, niggas try to blitz, and it's not up like that, bro, because I'm really comfortable with these motherfuckers. Try me. You Yeah, you got ugly toes, nigga. GLD, them motherfuckers stink.
This is the Vol Exclusive News interview with Vol Exclusive News.
Hey, we up.
Yeah.
Live interviews coming soon, shit like that. Run up to Instagram, run up to fucking YouTube, run up all that shit, bro. Everything. Bam.